Team Shaan Foundation represents really friendship, and it represents obviously giving back to the community, but more than anything, the group of friends that we've had for over 30 years now has stuck together and been there for each other and been there for for our families, and that's what Shaan and the Willis family. I think that's the core behind the foundation.
In the very beginning, when we got together after the tragedy and formed the small group to start to raise dollars for the community, at first it started off very, very small. It was nothing more than an opportunity for us to get together, hang out, spend time together, see each other. And then very quickly we thought, we're together, people are wanting to give dollars to good causes, so let's just start to ask for some money, ask for some support, some sponsorships, and let's go around the community and see where we can help people. I mean, Shaan was a giving guy. I mean, the Willises are a giving family. I mean, they absolutely are. And when you think of Shaan and you think of the Willis family, you think of giving to others. So it was very simple for us to make that next step of just being a small group that wants to hang out and wants to get together and say, look, let's go out there and do what Shaan did. Let's do what the Willis family does. Let's spread the good name, spread the good word, and help people in need. And so it was a very natural process and progression.
Well, I can always remember my very first involvement with Team Shaan after I had met Retanya was we were at the Team Shaan golf outing, which I don't recall what number it was, but it was my first. And each year they have an auction, and I always remember that one of the auction items was a beautiful pair of sunglasses, and I was given a hint that that was something that I was supposed to get for T because she loves sunglasses. And so I felt what a great opportunity. I could not only give her something that she loved, but also help Team Shaan and the charities that they support. So since then, it's just been a fantastic experience knowing that, number one, you're working with a group of people that loved Rashawn and loved T and loved the Willis family, and the incredible feelings they have for each other and for them was just something that you can just feel, every time you're with them. And then to know that you're really raising money and doing things great for the community and for service is something that we as a family have always prided ourselves on.
One of my desires was that even though he didn't live a long life, that he would always be remembered because he was a great kid. He loved to give back. I wanted his spirit to live on. So for me to see the guys take this tragedy and make a positive out of it, and see them grow and see them to start working together was amazing.
I think through Bob and Marita's guidance, because again, we were so young at that time, they were able to introduce us to an agency, the Center for Women and Families, that were important to their family and they were already involved with. And so they kind of took us under their wing, if you will, to kind of teach us those first steps of philanthropy and giving back, and how good that feels. And through that, we were able to keep Shaan's spirit alive.
We want to help as much as we can, and all of the projects that we've done, to date, have been with the youth interest in mind and matches our interest statement. So
he said, let's start to interview nonprofits that need help, primarily those that work with youth, because our focus was youth focused. And let's see if we can help a few. And we picked, I think we probably helped maybe 6 or 7 smaller organizations, which has been just fabulous.
I can remember what Shaan would always say, Mom, if you don't do it, who's going to do it? So that was the mentality. And when that's a part of your being, you don't even know that you're coaching or teaching your children that every day. But when they live it and they say it, like when Retanya ran for Mrs. Kentucky and she was selected Mrs. Kentucky 207, and her platform was planting seeds of service. It wasn't something that we talked about. It's something that
she saw every day, just like these two.
Yeah, so it's part of our fabric. And so to have Team Shaan and the guys that are the officers or the directors or advisors around Team Shaan. It's part of their fabric also. So they can't see it any other way. But how do we do more? How do we give more? How do we make a greater impact? And
what's most important to me is I think the ability to stay grounded and to know that there's always someone less fortunate, someone that needs help more than we might think we do. We may have bad days here and there, but there are certainly families and children and single parents that have things far worse off than we do. And it's important to talk to yourself, in that manner and to behave that way, and also to pass that on to our next generation.
What I think is the most special part about Team Shaan is our kids are growing up with a culture of philanthropy. So they are being instilled in their minds at an early age that you do give back, and it's just part of life. And so that is, I think, really, really special. And they're going to teach that to their kids, and they're going to take over and manage the Team Shaan Foundation when they get old enough, and we'll just kind of be on the sidelines and watching them.
It's just really cool. Thinking about the future and really the number of we've just scratched the surface. I mean, who knows how many organizations we can support over the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, because that's what we will be doing. Shaan's name and Tanya's name and legacy in the Willis family will live on forever.
Friends and family.
Faith and family.
Rewarding and uplifting.
An amazing organization.
Serving others.
Service and friendship. Team Shaan is family, togetherness, and friendship.
Love, laughter, and leaving a legacy.
The future holds a lot more than what's happening now, and we can raise a lot more money and possibly grow bigger and reach out to more people.